Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It is the new year and we are back with another video. Today is January 7th, so we'll see how long this takes me to upload. My last video took a long time to upload. I recorded it at the start of December and was planning on doing a few more December Christmas inspired makeup looks. Fortunately that didn't happen, so that's why we were lacking on them, but I think I still got like 4 up, but I did start in November. But that is fine, and yeah, we're back with another look. Today's video is a little different, but almost not really. It's sort of recreating this look I found on Pinterest, as well as using my new painted James Charles products that I got for Christmas. And yeah, we're just going to get straight into this one today, and I hope you enjoy. So we have started off with brows. I just did them quickly off camera to get them done with. I'm going to start with primer, and for primer today I'm using 2 different primers. We're going back to the Ordinary High Adherence Silicone Primer and the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. And if you've seen this before, me do this before, you know the drill. I use the Baby Skin one on the centre of my face where all my pores are, and we are literally squeezing her to death. Fill any of my pores, which is where I get them the most. And it almost like mattifies your skin as well, which is a bonus if you want that, but it also, it doesn't affect the application of dewy foundations or anything. And I'm just going to take the Ordinary one as well. I'm going to squeeze a bit onto my hand. I'm just applying this around all the areas that I didn't put the first primer. And this is quite a thick primer. So as I said at the start of the video, we are using my painted products that I got for Christmas. I'm just going to show you them. I've kept them all in the boxes because I don't want to get rid of them. I got 5 of the Create paints, and these are the colours I thought I'd use the most. So we've got a white, a black, purple, pink and a blue, and these are called, the white is Ghosted, the black is Ink, Turning Violet, Pinky Promise and Blueprint. And so far I've only used the black one because I just haven't had the time, to be honest. And then the other product I want to use is my Pink Drink Painted Blush, and finally, which I've already used because you can see the state of it, the painted oversized sponge, and this is in white. Now that I think about it, I should have got it in black, but I'm pretty sure I put this on my list before the black one had come out. But yes, it is huge. So yeah, we're going to start with skin first, so I will come back to this product when we move on to the eye. I'm going to go back to some of my trusty old products. So I'm going to start off with the Revolution Glow Drops, just to brighten up my skin a bit and add a bit of dewiness. I'm just going to use my brush to blend that in. For foundation, I'm just going to go in with my Revolution Skin Silk. I haven't used this in quite a few of, I don't know if I used it in my videos, but every time I've gone to wear my makeup, I haven't worn this because I've been finding that it doesn't actually stay on my skin as well as I thought it did. I don't know if that's just because it's a thin product or I'm applying it wrong, but if you're wanting a very long lasting full coverage base, obviously the Skin Silk isn't exactly what you're looking for, but I do really enjoy the product and I do think it gives a really sheer look on the skin. So I'm just going to go in with my oversized painted sponge to blend this in. And then for concealer, I'm just going in with a combination because I really want to use this Morphe concealer that I bought literally ages ago. I haven't been able to use it because it is too dark for an under eye concealer. I think it will probably match the skin tint that I've got now, but even the skin tint is slightly darker than my actual skin shade on my neck. I'm just going to mix it with a bit of this Wet n Wild concealer because it is significantly lighter. I'm going to go in with the Morphe one first. And I actually think it's not too dark for me. I just think the undertones are wrong for my skin colour. And I actually think the shade's not too bad for me, but I am going to go in with my lighter shade as well, just in the inner corner to add a bit of brightening. And you can just see that this one has a lot more pinky shades, which match to my undertone a lot better. And then just to set the skin, I'm going to go in with my new Revolution Powder Puff, which is also from the Advent Calendar. And I'm just using my usual Revolution Translucent Loose Powder. And I'm just going to take a bit and I'm going to put it in the corners of my eyes mostly. Because obviously we are going in with some cream blush. I don't want to over powder. Going in with my Pink Honey Bronzing Face Frosting. And this is in the shade Fudge Glaze. And I always just take it up onto my temples and the corners of my forehead. And then I always just take a little bit down the sides of my nose. And then I'm just going to set over the top of that with my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer. And now finally we are getting onto our painted product. So we're using the blush first. And I have already used this and it is so good. First of all, I absolutely love the design of this. This was the temptation to get the basic canvas palette was real. But we were at a point with the Christmas list where it was like, this is asking for a lot now. But because of this little 3D design, I really wanted the basic canvas palette. And I got this in the shade Pink Drink, which I think is probably their most popular shade because this is the peachy pink tone that everyone's using on their blush nowadays. And it did come with a really nice, you can see it there, peel on the mirror, which I just find so satisfying to take off. And that's going to really annoy me now that I've left a bit of the dirt on it from where the sticker thing was. And then I didn't realise as well when I asked for this that the cream blush actually comes with a little plastic flap over the top of it, which I thought was really cool because that was definitely going to get on the mirror if it didn't have one. So I'm just going to take a bit of the cream. I did this last time, I put way too much on, so we're going to see if we can spread it. Okay, we did fine. And I'm just going to pack that in. And then I'm just going to take the same brush and dip into that powder. I did also see that someone, I think it was Jordan, added a little bit more of that cream blush on top of the powder just to give it that glow. I think I've gone a bit crazy because we've gone a bit pink. Another thing that I forgot to mention, I absolutely love the way that it closes. It's magnetic, so that's really cool. And I am going to keep it in the box because I am going to preserve it as my Christmas present. Right, so I'm going to use this Revolution Pink Shimmery Highlighter. This is called Pink Seduction. This is from the Advent Calendar as well. As I always say, Revolution highlighters are literally the best. They are so pigmented. And I've literally done 2 swipes. And just look at that. And then now that we're done with skin, I'm going to go in with my Morphe Luminous setting spray as usual. And now we're moving on to the eyes. This is the exciting part because we're getting the Create paints out. I'm going to start. So I wanted to use all of the different colours of the Create paints, but I don't think I'm going to be able to incorporate them all in one look. I'm literally only going to be able to use 3 of them, which is the blue, the black and the white. So I'm just using the blue one. This is the blueprint shade. By creating a base on the eye as like a little eyeshadow, and then I'm going to go over it with a powder as well if I need to. So this is the little great paint, and I'm just going to add a tiny bit to this palette because I know this goes very far. So this is my new little Revolution brush. This is from Advent Calendar as well, and I'm literally going to dip it straight into that and apply it to my eyelid. And once there's less product on the brush and it's all on the eyelid, I'm going to start blending out the edges. I don't want to bring it up too high because obviously it is a cream product. And as you can see, it's literally already drying. It's like mattifying already, which is great because we don't want it to smudge. I'm going to do the same on the other eye as well. So these are the blue eyes. They're looking very crazy, and I actually think I'm looking a bit like a dame from a pantomime because of the pink blush blue eye combo. Reminded me of my first year of college days. This is literally just the great paint, and it is fully set, almost like an eyeshadow. It doesn't transfer or anything, so I'm not going to add any colour on top of that because I feel like this is the vibrancy that I really wanted. So this is actually really great if you just want an easy quick eyeshadow. It's quite easy to blend as well. Obviously you have to go light-handed because it is a cream before it sets. So anyway, then we're going to go in with the white painted, which is in the shade Ghosted. I'm going to give it a shake again so that all the product is mixed. So I've put some of that white create paint on my palette, and I'm going to take this little brush again, even though it is covered in blue. I'm going to add a tiny bit of white to the inner corners of the eyes just to add a bit of a gradient to the blue. I'm just going to blend that into the blue. And you can just see that it's added this little bit of gradient between the two colours. I'm just taking this shade called Ice from the Beauty Bay Neutrals palette. I'm literally just going to take a bit on my finger. And it's slightly shimmery, slightly matte at the same time, so it works. Before I go in with any, so I haven't actually explained what the eyeshadow look is that we're doing today. I'm basically adding some bubbles onto this blue eyeshadow as a lot of blending and shading. But before we go in with that, I'm going to just use this Revolution black eyeliner pencil to go into the waterline of my eyes. We do also like to go in on the upper lash line. We just do this by like almost smudging it in. So now that we have done the inner eye eyeliner, I'm taking a cotton bud as a tool with the white create paint, and I'm literally just going to dab it in, get a little blob of white, and we're going to create some little circles. So now we've got all the bubble outlines on the eye. I'm going to take this little face painting brush, I'm going to dip it into a navy blue eyeshadow shade to start the shading. And I'm just going to basically speed through these next steps, but you'll still see what I'm doing. So we've added some shading to the top of all of the white bubbles on this eye. I'm going to go off and do this eye after we finish this eye. So now I need to add a lighter shade of blue. Just going to blend a little bit of blue into that shading, but I'm going to make sure I still leave quite a bit of white on the bottom. So now we've added the shading to those bubbles on the eye, we're going to add a bit of white detailing for highlights, and then we're going to do a little bit of shadowing underneath each bubble as well. So I'm just taking a really tiny face paint brush. This is actually a nail brush, but I'll use it for face painting, and the same create paint. Now we've added some highlights to the bubbles, I'm going to do a little bit of shadowing underneath each bubble, and then we're going to move on to the next eye. So I just finished the bubbles and the eyeshadow on this side. This is what it looks like. And I've just gone in with my MAC Stack Black Mascara on these eyelashes. And I'm going to go off camera now and complete the other eye, and we'll come back to you for lips and the final touches. These are both eyes finished, and now all we have left to do is lips and to set the eyeshadow. So for lips, I'm just going with a pink colour, and this is my new Revolution lip liner, and this is in the shade Chauffeur. And this also came in the advent calendar, and this is just like a little peachy lip liner. And I'm just going to try this pink lip gloss. This is a matte lip gloss, again from Revolution. This is in the shade Brunch. And then of course I'm just going to set using my Morphe set spray. And this is the finished makeup. I'm going to go off camera and take some photos and videos to insert after this clip, and I'll be back to speak to you in the outro. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's makeup. This is the end of the video now. I really enjoyed using all these new products. Obviously I didn't get to use all of the colours, but eventually I will in future videos, or just when I'm testing them out myself. I really love how this eyeshadow look turned out. It's very different, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little painted test out, try out bubble eyeshadow with me. I hope you all had an amazing Christmas. I know it's a few weeks probably into the new year by the time this is posted, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be uploading weekly, depending on how often I can do this. I would like to realistically upload weekly, but with wigs and everything, we have to see how it goes. But my aim is weekly, so I will see you next week for another video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you feel like it. And thanks so much for watching. Bye.